Hi everyone, Freddy here, and I'm finally back with a theory video. So today I decided to go and talk about one of my favorite new franchises that I discovered across the last 4 years that I've been inactive, which is Steven Universe. And specifically the theory is, who is White Diamond? So this speculation video, it's gonna have a couple different theories that I've either come across on the internet or that I've sort of, pieced together on my own through different pieces of evidence throughout the show. And I'm gonna go and talk about why I think these theories might be the case, and some examples of the show that either support or, debunk these theories. So for my first theory, I'm going to be talking about the possibility of White Diamond being a fusion between the other three diamonds. Well, this is the first of my 4 theories. I don't necessarily think that one takes precedence over the other, I'm just listing them as I go. So with White Diamond in general, what I've noticed is that she doesn't really appear at all in the series. On top of that, the other 3 diamonds have either made appearances or they've been acknowledged to exist prior to this. And I feel like maybe one of the reasons why White Diamond has not appeared on the show is because she's a fusion of the other 3 diamonds, which means that she cannot come to be without all 3 present. And since Pink Diamond was shattered by Rose Quartz allegedly, that means that she has no way of coming back. And I think that some proof of this would probably be just with Blue Diamond's reaction. The fact that she's taken thousands of years to grieve over it, same with Yellow Diamond, but Yellow Diamond is trying to move on. And I think that them not only just being the same species of diamond, but also sharing that bond through fusion is probably why they'd be sad. Because if you look at all the other gems, yeah, they might be more common, but like with Pearl, for example. Pearl's like, no, not all pearls know each other. Not all pearls are close to each other. Maybe with diamonds it could be a different case because obviously there's only 4 or 3 of them. In the case of this theory, 3 of them. So that might be why, but I think that'd be an interesting theory as to why White Diamond hasn't been seen and possibly may never be seen, is because she is a fusion of the other 3 gems. However, things that make me doubt that theory in general would probably be to the effect of, first off, when it comes to gem fusions, the gem fusions would have like a number of gems equal to the amount of gems that fuse with it present on her body, and with White Diamond's case, she doesn't have that. She only has 1 gem on her forehead, and that's also the second thing. If she were to be a fusion of Blue, Yellow, and Pink Diamond, she'd have 1 diamond on her navel and I guess 2 diamonds on her chest? I don't really know how how gems with the same gem placement, when they fuse, what happens there, but yeah, there's no visible 3 gems on White Diamond. So I'd say that that theory is probably the least likely of what I have on my list, but it's just something that I thought about randomly, and I figured I'd address it just so that way people would think, oh, well, that is a possibility, but it's just not a very likely possibility. I mean, who knows, maybe fusions for diamonds are different. We don't know. White Diamond is the ultimate ruler over the Great Diamond Authority and Homeworld. I think that this one, it's not necessarily, it hasn't been confirmed within the show yet, which is why I still count it as a theory, but I think it's almost universally agreed amongst all the fans of Steven Universe that this is probably the case. And it's heavily implied in a couple different ways. The first one is that in the Great Diamond Authority logo, the Era 1 and Era 2 ones, the White Diamond is on top. And that almost in a way symbolizes that she is superior to the other diamonds. And this is only backed up by the fact that if you go by number of colonies, she has the most with, I believe, 13? According to the mural, 13 or 12, something to that effect. Bottom line is, she has more colonies than all the other diamonds. So between the 2, it could be heavily implied that she is probably the ruler or the great overseer of Homeworld, or something to that effect. And as of right now, I'd say that there's nothing really on the show that could debunk that theory or that speculation. I guess the only counter argument to White Diamond being the ruler of Homeworld is if she's more of a godlike concept. Going back to the concept of White Diamond being the great ruler or great leader of Homeworld and the Great Diamond Authority, the reason why that could explain her absence is because even these issues like the Gem War and stuff like that, they're just so far beneath her that she doesn't need to worry about that sort of thing. She lets the other diamonds take care of it. And that would probably explain why you see so much of the other diamonds as opposed to her. Going into the next theory, it's that White Diamond is more of a godlike concept, and she may or may not actually exist. And the reason for that would be just the fact that she's so high up there, and diamonds are already considered perfect ruler-like beings. So you can only imagine what they would look up to would be something godlike compared to them. So going off of that idea, perhaps maybe White Diamond is more like propaganda. She doesn't actually exist. She's just like a fictional concept that the diamonds use to keep all the lesser gems in check, which I don't know if that would necessarily be true for a couple reasons. The first one would be if White Diamond was used as like a fear-mongering tactic. One of the reasons why White Diamond could be considered a fear-mongering tactic is the fact that during the Gem War, no one really mentioned White Diamond whatsoever. So they mentioned Pink Diamond, they mentioned bits of like Yellow and Blue Diamond throughout the whole Gem War process, but they never once mentioned White Diamond ever. I guess like something to debunk this fact that White Diamond is a fictional concept is that White Diamond has colonies of her own. And to me that makes zero sense as to how that could be, because I thought about, oh, maybe like all those colonies would be the colonies of Pink, Blue, and Yellow Diamonds, like put together. But if you add up the numbers, White Diamond's colonies, I believe, like I said, it was 12 or 13. But then Blue and Yellow each have 7, and Pink has 1, which would mean that that'd be 15, so 2 more planets than what White Diamond actually has. So as much as I wanted to believe that she's a godlike concept that doesn't exist, probably not the case, unless they can explain that. And then this is the last theory that I have, and I think this one's the most interesting. I'd first like to have a nice shout out to the urban Terrorella, because my theory is heavily influenced from her theory and a lot of her own research that she did on the show. So thank you so much for like bringing up these materials, because it helped me come up with my own spin on your theory. And I will include in the link below a link to her theory, so that way you can see it and see the differences between what I'm talking about versus what she's talking about. So going back to the Gem War and to when Rose Quartz allegedly shattered Pink Diamond, I want to bring up a very interesting point, which is that Bismuth made Rose Quartz sword not to go and shatter gems, but to poof them. And that's just an interesting thing to point out, because it makes you question, how did Rose shatter Pink Diamond if her main weapon can't even shatter her? So that's already like an interesting point for me to just think about, because what did Rose use? Did she use the breaking point, or did she just sit on it with her shield? Like, how did she shatter Pink Diamond? And what I think happened is that when Rose poofed Pink Diamond, White Diamond somehow gained knowledge of this. I don't know how she did. Perhaps it's just diamond telepathy maybe, or because White Diamond is so godlike, she can sense when her fellow diamonds are being poofed. And from there, what probably would have happened was White Diamond came to Earth, because that's a big deal. That's 1/4 of the Great Diamond Authority being held hostage by the rebellion. And at that point, White Diamond probably just felt like, rather than holding Pink hostage, and because Pink only has 1 colony, she'd rather cut her losses and shatter Pink Diamond herself, so that way Rose does not have any leverage over her, or Rose does not have the opportunity to brainwash Pink Diamond or harvest her or whatever. So from that sort of idea, what probably happened from there is White Diamond shattered Pink Diamond, and most likely, I'm assuming if the diamonds have their own version of the corruption song, maybe like on a 1-on-1-on-1 scale, they each have different abilities based off of the placement of their gems. And since White Diamond's gem is on her head, I'd assume that maybe she has like her own version of the corruption song that can alter people's memories. And in this case, that's why people like Eyeball and Rose probably just thought, oh, I shattered Pink Diamond myself, or at least that's what she was telling everyone in the Crystal Gems. Eyeball himself, well, herself, outright said, I saw it with my one eye, but that could be White Diamond just altering her memories. But I think that this theory out of all of them is probably the most interesting, and that might explain why White Diamond is not like present right now. It's because she's in hiding. She's grieving with this in her own way, because that's a lot of guilt to just shatter someone who's basically like a little sister to you. So those are my like 4 theories on who White Diamond may be. Which theory do you agree with the most? Which one do you think probably is not that true? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know what your thoughts are on White Diamond. See you soon!